Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Frank, and today we are inside of a 2023 Chevrolet Corvette C8. And, well, this is actually a rental car. We're gonna go ahead and talk about the 70th anniversary C8 and why this is honestly one of the best sports cars that you can currently get on the market for all-around driving. Let's go ahead. We're gonna go somewhere a little quiet, and we're gonna go over the car, and we're of course gonna drive it around. Let's go ahead, guys, and let's get into the video. Started in the full video, I do of course want to shout out Cloud9 Exotics, located in Farmingdale, New York. They have a second location too in Naples with an incredible selection of rental cars ranging from your standard Corvette C8s to a McLaren, Ferrari, Lamborghini, a Tesla Cybertruck, a Nissan GT-R R34. That is right, one of the only, if not the only, rental car agency I know to actually have something like that. So they have something for anyone and everyone. Make sure to check them out and see if you can get behind the wheel of the Chevy Corvette C8 70th anniversary. They have a blue one and a red one right now, along with a few more down in the Naples location. Now, the C8s have been out for a little bit now. They're honestly nothing too special in terms of the sports car or exotic car world. I would consider these, and I think most people would consider these, a sports car, except for obviously the Z06 C8, which has recently come out along with the E-Ray. Those with the power numbers that they have, I would consider that, you know, kind of entering that exotic area, but otherwise I think every other trim model C8 should be considered really just a sports car. So pretty much this is just to commemorate 70 years of the Chevy Corvette being in line and in service. This is obviously the 8th generation, being the C8. Incredible car. I've covered one of these in the past, the red one, which again was from Cloud9 Exotics, and it is a phenomenal daily driver sports car all the way to track weapon because of the versatility that this car offers. It's extremely comfortable. Obviously, when you cut it on the highway into 4-cylinder mode, when you're in standard mode, you're getting 24 to 30 miles a gallon. I was even getting on my way home. And then, of course, when you put it into track mode and start to have a little bit more fun with it, it is just lethal around the corners and on straights as well. Powering the C8 is going to be a 6.2-liter V8 direct injection engine, has 490 horsepower, 465 pound-feet of torque, 8-speed dual-clutch transmission, and of course it is rear-wheel drive. And now, of course, if you were to bump this up to, say, a Z06, those numbers are significantly going to be boosted into the 600 horsepower range. But honestly, 460-ish to 500 horsepower with 500 pound-feet of torque, I think is plenty. And it feels like a European sports car, which I really enjoy. That actually takes me to the exterior styling of the C8, which I think has been one of the biggest things that people have enjoyed and liked about them. They look European. I think that to a non-car person, if you put this next to, say, a Ferrari, no one's going to really know the difference besides the badge. Of course, if you don't know cars. If you do know cars, you're going to understand, obviously, this is a C8, but you're also going to appreciate the lines and the styling and design that the Corvette team has put into the design aspect of the C8. And I think, again, they've done a great job. That's not too special. Again, these have been out for a while, but of course, this is the 70th anniversary. So let's talk about what makes it the 70th anniversary. So there's a bunch of 70th anniversary Easter eggs on this C8, which I will show you shortly, but otherwise you're going to have forged black wheels on here. You're going to have 245s on the front, 305s on the rears. This beautiful flat black or gloss black design, on here, very unique, and I think it fits the C8 very well. Kind of resembles the Z06 wheels. I actually like these better than the standard C8 wheels that normally come on there, but obviously there's a million different ways that you can customize and spec your particular C8. I just really like this one. This one has got to be one of the higher spec models. On the interior, of course, you're going to have your bucket seats on here. Again, fully carbon fiber with the two-tone design with the two different blues on here. Looks really nice. Your standard cockpit driver's seat styling on here as well, with your climate control buttons going down the center area. Of course, you have your touchscreen right here, your digital dash on here, and all of your standard controls on the steering wheel and your drive mode selectors. This does have magnetic ride control, of course, and on the rear end, you're going to notice that it actually has black exhaust tips on here too, instead of your standard chrome. Again, another option for the 70th anniversary. So that's just a couple of things that make this a little bit different than your standard C8. Otherwise, power plant wise, nothing too too special on here. And if you come to the back of the glass, you're going to see Corvette 70th and then 1953 to 2023, which is what this one is again. Again, really, really good job that Corvette has done on the C8s. We'll go ahead and close this up. Now, another reason why I think this is a really practical sports car is for not only is it a hardtop convertible, which I personally like, I know others won't, but the fact that it is a mid-engined Corvette, so you actually have your space in the front, and we'll hit the key one more time, and the rear. So, a beautiful mid-engined two-seater sports car with a ample amount of storage room, I think, for a weekend trip, and a price tag of just about $100,000 or under. Of course, if you get a more standard C8, honestly, that sounds like a pretty big win to me, with this aggressive styling, amazing exhaust note, and overall usability. We're going to give it one more start, and then we're going to jump inside and we are going to do a little bit of spirited driving. Not too much, obviously. You heard the cold start in the very beginning. This is a warm start. 6.2 liters sounds fantastic. And I have to tell you, while driving this around, all kinds of RPMs, shifting again, that dual clutch, absolutely flawless. It really sounds like a European car rather than a American muscle car. So like the previous generation C7s, you know, you had crazy chop on them if you obviously upgraded the cams and everything like that. But from a factory standpoint, the C7s, the C6s, they all had that burly American muscle V8 rumble. This sounds more like a European car, and I know obviously this is old news. It's a C8. Everyone knows what they are. And a lot of people appreciate them for what they are. Some people don't. They think they're overrated. The exhaust is completely stock. The engine is completely stock. Cloud9, however, does have a few cars that are modified, such as their orange GT3RS located in the Naples location, which I've had the pleasure of driving a couple of times. That thing sounds fantastic because it is tuned and has an exhaust on it. But otherwise, this one just sounds fantastic, even at a stock standpoint. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to set the camera up inside now, and we're going to start driving around. Now we have a bit of a different camera angle for you today. I have you up top, in which you're going to be flipping between the front view and the rear view. So I hope it works. I hope you guys like it. We'll start off in your standard mode. As you can see, drives like a completely normal car. Nothing too special. And like most of the videos that I film, this won't last long because, well, it's kind of boring. This is why I say, though, that it is a great daily driver car, because it's comfortable, somewhat quiet, especially on the highway. You get good fuel consumption, and yeah, I mean, there's really nothing else to it. You got a good amount of space, mid-engine, so it's good on gas, mid-engine, not obnoxious all the time. And we're gonna put this in, we're just gonna go straight to track mode, and we will put this in manual to engage our paddles, and we're off. Pops and the exhaust sound fantastic. Again, 6.2 liter V8, about 480 horsepower, almost 500 pound-feet of torque. Delivers it so smooth. Fourth gear, 3,000 RPMs. Its torque is still there, it's still ready. Chevy Racing design team did a fantastic job. fantastic car. Zero to 60, 2.9 seconds. Not a small time player by any means. It's just so fast. I gotta say, the exhaust on this car sounds really good from a stock standpoint. Lots of crackling, lots of popping and burbling. Although I do know that these cars sound 10 times better, as a lot of cars do, besides the LFA, of course, with an aftermarket exhaust. Alright guys, and we are now back at our original starting point after taking the C8 Corvette on a little drive with a little bit of spirited driving, not too much of course. So with that being said, we now have the roof back up instead of being retracted like it was before. I really do like this look with the hard top. That brings me now to the next and really last portion of this video, and that is if you should rent a car like this just to see how it feels. I think that, honestly speaking, you know, like Cloud9, everything like that, something like this is a very fun thing to do, I would say, for, you know, birthday, any kind of event, or if you're just a general car enthusiast like myself and you want to be able to experience these cars without really having to worry about longevity issues like maintenance and costs like that. I would say that this is a really fun, enjoyable thing to do for a nice weekend, or just even a single day if that's all you want. Like I said, this one is going to be available in the description below, along with a million other cars that Cloud9 Exotics does have, crazy ones too. So with that being said, I would like to thank everyone for tuning in and watching this video. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when I post next. And I look forward to seeing all of you guys in the next video. Take care, guys.